How did you get into the business of collecting musical instruments, mechanical musical instruments?
Yes. Well, we first found a disc musical box in an antique shop in Norfolk, and we liked the sound, and we bought it, and it started us collecting musical instruments. That was about 30 years ago. We've been collecting ever since.
And this is the first one we bought 30 years ago. We didn't know where it was going to lead us, looking at collections and meeting people such as you who come in to see us.
How do you go about collecting them? Where do you look?
Well, we have a look round the antique shops and the antique fairs, and we have a musical box society of Great Britain which we join, and of course then you find out a lot more about the subjects because there's many experts. And we learnt of different instruments and where to locate them, and of course members change instruments and one has the opportunity to buy something from another member, and that's how it progressed. You can still pick stuff up at auctions, you know, if you look, but you've got to be very careful because there is a lot of very distressed instruments, you know, that have seen a rough life, and to have them restored is very expensive indeed. Yes.
How many have you got now?
Oh, I've no idea, but what we have is an example of the different types, from small musical boxes and novelties and pianolas, self-playing pianos, to large church barrel organs.
Do you go on the continent in search of them?
Yes, with the Musical Box Society we hire our own coach and we travel round looking at different collections and museums, because that is where most of them were made, in Switzerland and Germany.
Are they still making them?
There's still one firm, Rouge, in St. Croix in Switzerland, which is where the first musical boxes were made. They are still making musical boxes and musical novelties today, as they did 100 years ago.
Presumably you have to restore.
I do a lot of restoration on the organs and on the barrel pianos, the larger instruments, but I cannot do the very fine work. And I think it's important to know what you can do and what you can't, because I've seen a lot of very distressed instruments that have been got at, as we say, by people who don't know what they're doing. And it's much more difficult for a restorer to follow a bad workman than it is to restore something from its original state. I think the one thing that you need is lots and lots of patience, and I think I've got that. And I very much like bringing the machines in a distressed state and not playing, and you don't know what they play until all the work is finished, and you turn the handle and you get the music, and then you find out what the particular machine plays. And that's very satisfying.
Do you have a favourite instrument here?
They're all favourites in turn, but I think the one that I really like the best is the reproducing piano, the Ampico. It really is a splendid instrument. Yes, I think that's the best one.